I'm not filling out 14 forms to speak on every item. Good morning, Mr. Knight. Hi. I only have one with with I want the public comment all agenda items because you have like 14 items and I don't want to hurt 14 like it's a lot of trees. And I read the rules. I didn't find it in the rules.
Okay, maybe it's just practice.
Maybe.
It's not written in.
And I understand the practice, and but I'm supposed to be hugging our trees,
Yeah.
It's just too many.
When we get numerous members of the public commenting on specific items and the room is much fuller,
Yeah.
I would then at that point ask you to fill out separate for each item.
But it's not in the rules.
No, it's not in the rules, but it helps me keep track.
And
the president too, or the presiding officer.
Presiding officer. Well,
Yeah.
she's not too nice. I don't know. I mean, you're nice. I'll help you out, but I don't know if I'd help her out. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was Mr. Davis. If you said Mr. Davis pro tem wants me to do it, I'd probably be more. But here's the city attorney. Maybe I should let her know now that it's not in the rules and that I protest.
I forwarded your email to my contact at city attorney's office. So it may just be that it's past practice and policy
Yeah.
that we ask for a separate speaker card.
Yeah.
For each item.
Because I mean, that's just I don't know.
The city attorney's likely not going to provide you any further detail on it.
Yeah, because it's not in the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's certain practices that we have that may not be in the rules.
I understand. No, I fully understand. It's just I just don't want to it's just a lot of for a waste because all of what am I going to do? Just I wanted to speak on everything. I could even see if it was numerous. Just know that every single one. And I understand the 10-minute rule.
So sometimes we have the request from the presiding officer to indicate whether you are for, against, or it's just a general comment on each item.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not in the rules though, but
No, it's not in the rules. And
is this her preference?
No, this presiding officer is not.
Is it going to be Villegas today, or is it going to be? You know what,
Yes,
Mr. Davis, I'll
be
do.
Villegas.
Mr. Davis, I have a soft spot for him. I'd jump through hoops if he would, ask for that. But
Okay. Well, I'm
He's
just
never cut
letting
me
you
off.
know. I'm
Yeah.
just letting you know.
I got it.
But,
I
the
just
presiding
okay.
officer
You could put
can-
me as probably against everything.
Against everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So some people might want to say, just a general comment on item 3 and 4, and on 4.
So you want me to break? Do you want me to kind of break it down further?
If the presiding officer asks me, then I will.
Right now, I want it. Yeah, right now, let's leave it like
Okay.
a surprise.
Okay.
Because I might change my mind. Women's prerogative. I may change my mind.
Okay.
Because sometimes something comes up and I was like, it sounds good. But that's why I wish they would put the speakers first. Because sometimes they may be able to convince you. No, I know it's not you. I'm giving you a hard time. I don't mean to.
No, that's fine.
Because you're just doing your
trying to,
job.
you know,
No, I know. You're trying to afford. Yeah, I can get it. Because I'd be like, I would want to make sure. I wouldn't want her to be harping on me all day either if I have to work for her.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Very well. I'd like to present you or 2 minutes after public comment.
Yes, good morning. I just want to continue to say how disappointed I am that I've been coming here since, I believe, late June for very serious, valid concerns regarding, thank you. Do I need to start over? Keep going. Okay, but can you give me a little bit of time back because I had to pause? Thank you. I'm disappointed that I keep having to come here. You guys are commissioners, and we're telling you very important things like an abuse of a system where where the Church of Scientology is able to close down L. Ron Hubbard Way from June 1st through almost the end. We got all the way permits, special event permits till the end of October at this point, week after week without a stop. And no fire lane. The permit says there has to be a fire lane. There's no fire lane. And it's an abuse of the system. It's a de facto street closure vacation, and we all know it, but no one cares, and I don't understand why. Is it corruption? Is it a lack of care? Is it fear? Are you afraid of Scientology? Which I understand. Who wouldn't be, the things they do? But it needs to stop. I am disgusted that you keep granting, and nobody goes to these events. I go and I check it out. I went yesterday, their family event. Nobody. It's just for Scientologists to have their street for themselves. It's not for the public. It's bogus. But you're taking away a street from a community. They can't drive down there. Emergency vehicles can't get down there. People want to get to the hospital. They can't go down there. For what? So they have their own little private oasis? No. Open up that street. Stop giving them the permit after permit after permit. Plus, you also giving them construction permits for the same street. They're getting special permits and construction permits at the same time. Come on. I really want Mr. Mose to step down, but I want you to step up. It's time for you to step up. You're the commissioners. Please do your jobs. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, you have 2 minutes.
Yes, good morning. I'm going to speak on the condition of the streets, specifically along South Avenue and the cracks and the unlevelness of the sidewalks. I'm speaking really for people who walk, but especially for people like all in LA. It's already bad enough. Is in a wheelchair and has to have a smooth surface. It's very difficult, sometimes dangerous, for her to ride and go where she needs to go, or where she should be able to go, without having to worry about being flipped by crooked sidewalk that's being caused by planters that they was ordered to move. Another thing, he's coming up and trying to go uphill on something way. He shouldn't have to worry about nothing, curtains and all this here. It's like a baby to go up the sidewalk. It's ridiculous. Y'all have been told about it, and it continues to happen. I think have no regard for your word or the law or anything. It's in their world, which is a violation of laws, and everybody knows it. It's unsafe. She shouldn't have to go what she goes through to get to where she needs to go. And that's for her. And everybody else, difficult enough. People can trip while they're walking, not paying attention in a conversation or something, trip and fall. And who's liable for that? Who's going to be responsible? Thank you. I'll give the rest of my time.
Thank you, Kenny.
Great job, Kenny. Thank you very much. Great job.
Yvonne, you should be receiving a pop-up asking each of you. Go ahead, you'll have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yes. I want to report that there is some sort of construction going on, which has yielded 6 4x4x4 containers of construction, rubble, and dirt of some sort. That there is no apparent permit identifying what piece of property is creating that rubble. There is or was a industry-related truck called Foundation Repair California, or excuse me, Foundation Repair Los Angeles, on site. But again, there were no visible permits. In addition, there on the Catalina side, there is a huge crane, and there seems to be girdering of the building along with scaffolding, and again, there are no permits. The special event permit, in that code specifically, if a permit is not posted, it is to be interpreted, it does not exist. So the abuse of permits by Scientology is continuous, and the last abuse I'm going to report is probably not in your venue, but it might be, and that is that they are smoking outside their restaurant and too close to the entryway of a building identified as AOLA. The credibility of this organization is beyond.
Thank you, Yvonne. That's 2 minutes.
Great job, Yvonne. Thank you. And thank you, JB808. Thank you so much.
Please unmute, and you'll have 2 minutes to offer your commentary.
Good morning. Thank you, Board. Thank you, Council members. Thank you, Mr. Knight. Thank you for the time. For over 4 months, I have been talking to you about L. Rutherford Way, appealing to the city code violations, the federal ADA, and the Department of Justice violations. Nothing seems to be working. The Church of Scientology, the cult of Scientology, is a 501c3 non-profit religious organization and may not, under federal regulation, violate fundamental public policy. The constant road closures of L. Rutherford Way, the continual permits of theirs, and the pseudo-organizations that the boss is, if not unlawfully, immorally steering to keep the street under a de facto street vacation, is in fact a clear violation of fundamental public policy. See Prince versus Massachusetts, 321 U.S. 157. Within this Supreme Court decision, it was upheld that street preaching, whether oral or handing out literature, is not the use of the highway. As to this Supreme Court decision, all permits to close L. Rutherford Way to pedestrian and vehicle traffic need to be revoked, and the road needs to be opened back to the public. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, Mark.
Awesome job, Mona. Great job.
Moving next to Henry Murray. Go ahead.
Good morning, Board. My name is Henry Marini, and before I get started, I just want to first of all take a moment to acknowledge the absolute legend that is Audit LA standing before you at this very moment. Your city should be absolutely honoring the commitment, consistency, and hard work that Audit LA puts in day in, day out to call out corruption, hold officials accountable, and by far, Audit LA is doing far more work than this entire board put together, as well as the dozens of other boards I've been attending, as well as the hundreds of other people part of the anti-Scientology protest movement. She is an absolute gem and an asset to the city, and should be honored and commemorated as such. She also does far more work than the shitty LAPD that continues to harass protesters who would dare to criticize Scientology. I next want to move on and state, on Monday, yet again, holding you legally culpable that Scott Hochstetter, the Scientology, on written testimony during the trial, had on record that Omega Structural Inc., as well as the countless other general contractors Scientology continues to hire to do major foundation repair, as well as other major construction work without a permit, and not only that, continues to do it to this day, and this board continues to pretend as if it doesn't exist, as if these unsafe tunnels are not being constructed upon, and as if this is all just magical hearsay when it's not. This is on official court records, and it's an absolute shame and disgrace that you continue to collude with Scientology and allow the city of LA to be in danger by the thuggish behavior of Scientology and all the wounds associated with Scientology that continue to go after any of the critics, harassing and stalking them, and then at this point even sexually predating on children.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Henry. Thank you so much.
Amy, go ahead and unmute.
Hi, I'm just going to say that all eyes are on LA right now. The whole world, the whole country is watching what's going on in your city. I have to add on with what happened to Audit LA. I was watching a live stream from my home in New Jersey where she got caught in the crack that was exacerbated by the excessive watering, wasting 100,000 gallons of water. She did get caught because her wheelchair wheel or her scooter wheel got caught and she needed assistance. Can you imagine if you were by yourself? If she was by herself, she would have gotten injured. And there was nobody there to help. Thank God she had somebody to help her. The other thing is that you have cracks in the building you're not taking care of. You're letting people get away with things, and you're not doing anything. The planters are still there. You're going against ADA violation and other violations. I'm a certified case manager, and I have to study the ADA and take we're all out of compliance by not enforcing the laws, and also the fact that you're leaving such a bad legacy for yourself with your family, that your children will one day say, why didn't you do anything about this terrible cult that was finally taken down? That you're a bunch of simps for this cult. And it's a shame because everybody's watching you. You're getting a reputation, the city's getting a reputation, the police are getting a reputation. What kind of a legacy are you leaving? For your city, for your role, and what you allow this role to get away with. That is something that would be considered a crime for allowing to happen. I yield back my time.
Awesome job, Amy, and thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Henry. Your words meant, like, I'm like sitting here choking up crying, and they're all like, I get to see them all looking like, no, she's a bitch. I can see it, but it's funny and it's good. I hope they do think that. It's Batman, and is it? Oh, there's Batman, and here's Dusty with the human eyes. He's so cute. I love Dusty. Dusty's so sweet.
Well, let's resume public comments. I think we had some comments on Zoom.
Yes, we do have additional hands raised on Zoom who did not raise their hands to identify whether they wish to offer public comments before the meeting started. I'm going to go ahead and just go in the order that they see them on the side of the screen, starting with Julie. Julie, would you like to offer a public comment on today's agenda? Julie, I see that you're unmuted, but I cannot hear you. If you can speak clearly into your device. You can see that you're muting and unmuting, but we cannot hear you. Okay, I'm going to move to the next hand raised. Iran Hubbard. Would you like to offer public comment? And again, we're not hearing you here in the room.
Elderly people. They don't have a voice, they're alone, and they have to disconnect from all outside family. And that because they're in Scientology, rules are that they have to disconnect from their family. It's just appalling to see these older gentlemen working on the city streets. They're on your city streets working. And where is the welfare check for these older gentlemen? They have no voice here. And I would like to ask for a welfare check on all these gentlemen. They're out there, they're pulling the forklifts where you pick up a pilot, they're pulling them by hand, walking down the streets with these. They're not 20 and 30-year-olds. These are gentlemen that are in their 60s and their 70s. I yield back my time.
That was awesome. Yeah, they're having. I don't think it's real. Technical difficulties. I got bumped too.
We'll move next to Tiki. Yes, go ahead, you have 2 minutes.
I would like to congratulate Ella on her conservation, and I also, in light of the conservation issue we brought up this morning, would like to speak on the water waste at the Scientology building that has been well documented and has been brought to your attention on several occasions. Our
move next to Matthew. Matthew, would you like to offer a public comment this morning? Matthew. We'll move next to Juju, J-U-J-U. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Would you like to offer a public comment this morning?
Yes, everyone of you are heroes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, you have 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm a human rights activist and a child activist, and I'm here. I oppose the Scientology code, but I would like to speak on the safety of the members that are in that building that are being denied human rights, children being abused verbally, sexually, emotionally, and the people and the children being used as indentured servants. They come here, a lot of them are trafficked from other countries on R1 visas. They are not aware of their rights. They think that they're coming here for a better life. They get involved with this visas through Scientology, posing as a religion, and they think they're coming here to help save the world. They find themselves enslaved with this doctrine of L. Ron Hubbard, and they are not aware of the outside world. They're not aware of their rights. They're not aware of labor laws. And also the safety that the church puts their members in without having a fire lane, closing down those streets and not providing adequate access to the building. The earthquakes recently have caused a huge crash that causes the safety of those people to be in danger. I just find it absolutely inhumane the way these people are treated, and we know this because we know people that have escaped, actually had to escape from this cult. And they have family members in there that they're fighting for, that they're trying to reach, that they're trying to speak out, and
That's
yet
2
no
minutes.
one.
Great job, Kate and Juju. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you, Juju. I'm going to make one final attempt to see if we can get audio input from Julie. Julie, would you like to offer a public comment this morning? And I'm going to make one final attempt to establish audio input from Ron Hubbard.
Hello, thank you so much for unmuting me. First of all, to Emma, and to Ella, thank you so much for all of your hard work. When Ella gets up in the morning on each day, she gets to choose her bathing suit, maybe even pack her own sandwich, go out and splash around in the tide pool, get her toes into the sand and enjoy the water, while dozens of miners are locked in the blue building on downtown Charlotte Way, unable to appreciate the beauty of the ocean. The beauty of having friends like Ella. Ella is minus 2 or 3 friends because they're in an abusive cult. And I would like to formally request that the community board establish a dedicated committee to designate a specific contact person to handle complaints from community members regarding city officials fail to address legitimate safety concerns. These complaints made by the public are going unheard. It's essential that the residents have a clear, accessible process for voicing our complaints and receiving a timely response. The people who've been charged with dealing with the customers or the city residents with complaints, and customers of DWP, for example, being against all the wasted water. We are also inhabitants of the earth. We all need that water too, Scientology. You know that you think that you're home orbit and you have evolved biologically beyond the rest of us Homo sapiens. But you know, the city officials can misuse their power for personal gain and manipulate public resources, neglect the needs of the community while they're ignoring all these dangerous things that people are bringing up over and over again in city council meetings, over the phone and letters, and they're
Awesome job, G. Amazing.
2 minutes, thank you.
Everyone did amazing.
And that concludes
Great
our
job.
Zoom public commenters. We were unable to establish an audio connection with Julie. We do have one commenter here in the room who's added a request for public comment. And I would like to offer for members of the
Okay, guys. Get my finger on the microphone.
An agenda item or an item that is within the board's jurisdiction for general public comment. You will get 2 warnings and then you will be removed.
Oh, Contra Girl, because she's the president's not here anymore, so she's vice president. President approved them. I don't know why, but for some reason he's under.
Public right of way. They continue not to comply with the ADA 2010 standard, these criminals of Los Angeles. The city attorney is liable. The city attorney is liable to have charges against them, not these fucking scumbag, dumbbags, commissioners, but the city attorney for not enforcing what the ADA restricts. Accessible, usable facilitation on a fucking sidewalk, and I have to come out my back gate to talk about this shit, right? Who the hell is this guy to do this? He has no authority. He has no authority. Hey, Dickie, who are you? What authority do you have, Dickie? You have zero authority to do that. You have no. Davis, he has no authority. He's not a commissioner. He's not a Mr. Attorney, who is he? Who's his dick? What? Mr. Attorney. He has no authority. It's got nothing to do with disruption. It's technical disruption. It doesn't have to do with disruption. Now you heard a technical disruption for clapping. Fuck, what's next? I can't look at you because you're gonna say I'm stalking you? Are you fucking out of your mind? Get the facts straight. The chairwoman makes the warning. The chairwoman conducts the business of the people, and we the people say to the fat bitch, do your fucking job and do it right. Not like that other fat bimbo who let the bacon see you are incompetent, ignorant, stupid fool.
Yes, a reminder to the attorney that that when I do agenda items, I do make comparisons. So if you just be patient, and if I am called off a topic, I am not, I just want to make, I make comparisons, that's what I do. Okay, so item number 1, Public Works Trust Fund, dealing with the low flow fish habitat reach. I love fish, so I'm all for doing anything that helps get our fish production up and all that. That's amazing, we need to do that. But in comparison to previous issues, I'm having a hard time trusting you guys to know that you're going to do what's right with this. Because you are taking a very large loan, and everything, it's more money for the taxpayers, right, that we have to keep paying out. So if we're going to be paying out for this, and maybe it's necessary, but how do we know? Is there any guarantee that, all the permits are going to be in order? Is there a guarantee that there's going to be, eyes on the situation, that if, what if you do this and the public comes time after time for months on end saying that there's something wrong here? Are they going to be listened to? Will they intervene to see if they're doing right by this huge loan that we're taking out, anything for the taxpayers? And I'm saying that right now, I don't feel that they would, because I myself am at I'm here for months screaming about something that's being illegally done and overreach and everything, and it's falling on deaf ears. So I would say, please vote no until we get our house in order here. And hopefully we will get our house in order here soon. Thank you.
And then we also have Audit LA.
Thank you.
I know that please the first podium, and 2 minutes after comment.
I keep forgetting to grab this. Oh, and Madam City Attorney, I will be making comparisons, but it's on topic, but just to remind you that I do reserve my right to make comparisons. Again, good morning. And speaking on number 4, contract acceptance, emergency sewer and storm drain repair. I have a lot to say about that, but first I do want to give a shout out of sorts to the Bureau of Engineering. To me, every time they come here, they are well poised, professional, present well, so I salute them. I have confidence in the Bureau of Engineering. I'm not really too familiar with BCA as of yet. I'll get to know them. But when it comes to this one, we need storm drain repair because whenever it rains, I can't go out. You know, I guess pray for rain because then I can't come here because my chair would drown out because the sewer system's so bad in LA. It becomes a river. We all know that. Like, you guys can wade through it. You're just going to mess up maybe your shoes or your pants. But me, I will lose my way of getting around because it shorts out my chair. So we do need this. But here's the comparison part. I'm going back to other things where I see I've been coming here for month after month, and I have lost confidence, and it saddens me. It saddens me that I've lost confidence in Public Works because we're trusting and depending on you guys. And you know why we're here. We're not here for foolishness. It's not too much to ask that a city be able to hold on to its street. Right? I mean, you know, imagine if it was your street. I mean, okay, I don't live there, but it's still my street. It's your street. It's our community. And we want our street back. And so I don't have the confidence. And you have the power to say, you know what? They've gotten enough of these special permits. Enough already. You have that power, and I hope you use it. Thank you.
Item number 5, we have B-Man here. Is B-Man here for item number 5? Let's see. All right, so then we have Audit LA for item number 5.
Thank you. And City Attorney, I'm just reminding you that I do make comparisons, but I am on topic. Okay, for number 5, again, I'm going to give a shout out to BOE. They're outstanding, and I have to tell when I'm confident. And I also have confidence, I don't know, I believe Commissioner Davis, I even here, everyone, they like you. You make eye contact, and I appreciate it. I feel listened and heard by you. And I am asking you to please do what you can for us. But when it comes to this contract, again, we need the sewers. I mean, we do. We're desperate with how backed up it gets during rain. And we don't know how, with all the climate stuff, when is it going to be extra rainy and extra deep and stuff. But my concern is like when we're giving money back to a contractor that, it seems like we need every dime. Like our city is so, even with the ADA, the street curb cutouts, everything, it's so bad. And let's just be honest, who gets all of our budget? No offense to LAPD, but they get it, And so I'm just really concerned when we're asking to spend money or when we're giving money back. Now, if they're really owed it, then okay. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't hold on to people's money because, as taxpayers, we don't want to keep in our money when, we want our money back, right? So like if they really deserve it, but if it's just like, if it's something that really belongs in the city's coffers, for us to be able to do these things, to fix our sewers, to make our city ADA compliant, then I'm asking you to please think of the city, and I will yield the rest of my time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you have 2 minutes.
I don't know. I forget his first name.
Yeah, I'm here about the
Mike Davis.
Y'all have a bunch of planters all around.
Thank you.
Building for trying to. And it seems like y'all just don't want to hear what people saying when it speaks out against them. I'm not understanding what they got over y'all head, the manipulation,
Yes,
the
he's
chaos,
connected.
or
He's
y'all
plugged in.
scared. It's like y'all not hearing the people that's calling in, expressing real things that's going on around here. It's tunnels and all the cow trafficking, cows, are y'all even looking into this? Like y'all worrying about improving, and y'all not giving the people safety. Like there's a fucking cult going on right in front of our eyes in your city. Kids can't consent. What are y'all thinking about? Y'all
Can you stick to the topic? This is the contract acceptance for the secondary sewer renewal program.
You can do something about it.
Thank you, Kenny. I think this commentary.
All right, let me read item number 5, and this is the Bureau of Contract Administration and Bureau of Engineering for Council District 14, contract acceptance secondary sewer renewal program, P06, El Sereno Avenue in Edison, recommended.
Great job, Kenny. It's okay if they say stick on comment, don't worry about it. You still got everything, you got it in, what you needed to say, so great job.
Again, just a reminder, Madam Attorney, that I will be making comparisons to make my point with this topic. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to give the shout out to BOE. I have confidence in BOE. BSS, I have 0, less than 0. How negative of a 0 can I get to about BSS? Because they're being abusive or allowing themselves to be abused by Scientology. So when it comes to new uniform construction notice, public and private projects occupying the public right of way, yes, we need to have permits posted, absolutely. That is not happening, but that needs to be happening. I mean, right now you have a permit A on L. Ron Hubbard Way, there's no posting. And they're also doing, I found out they do have a permit to do construction, but on their smokestack, but they're not posting the permit. So how are we going to know for a fact that if you pass this, that all these permits will be posted if it's not being posted already? And in spite of people coming month after month, I know you all are sick of us. I know you are. But by the way, Mr. Davis, my chat, they think you look very nice in your bow tie, and they like you because you pay attention when the speakers are speaking. That's all we want is the respect, right? I'm going to give him respect because he's always making eye contact with me and to a speaker when you're speaking. I treasure you for that. But there's no confidence here that this is going to get done. It's almost like wasting your breath voting for this, because the public may come and say, hey, they didn't put the signs up, and come here month after month after month, and you may ignore them and not, help them get we want permits posted. Is that so hard? I mean, here you're voting to post permits, and people are telling you that permits are not being posted, and nothing's done about it. I would love to know why, and it's nice to see Ms. Tansey. She is also a very lovely lady. She has answered my emails when I called, always try to connect me to the ADA coordinator of the city, so thank you, Ms. Cole.
You're welcome. And just to let you know, Ms. Abigail, with the 4 time limit rules, you have 2 more minutes for this agenda.
Okay. For the next one? Okay. Well, I've used up. Well, no, I thought I've only spoken 3 times so far. Because it doesn't include public comment.
Right. I have item 1, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, 2, 4. Okay, you're right. I stand corrected. Thank you.
Item number 6.
Go, Yvonne.
Thank you. I too am concerned about the current practice of posting notices, be they construction notices or event notices or temporary changes of parking rules. In particular, the example we are aware of is the activities around L. Ron Hubbard Way, Catalina, and Fountain Avenue.
Mr. Davis,
The proposal you have before you say we're going to do it this way, A, B, and C, and the C portion is except for when we don't want to. And that giving that latitude of, well, we want to have rules, but only when we want to have rules is odious. And it allows for the exact and not just the ones around L. Ron Hubbard, all the buildings in Los Angeles City that are owned by Scientology have similar problems. Construction's going on, you don't know about it, you don't inspect it, you don't know the quality of the work or whether the workers are being legally paid. I have to ask you politely as I can that you do not pass the portion that says, the C portion where it says, except for when we can decide otherwise. I would not give anybody in the city of Los Angeles that latitude at this time. They have not exercised good judgment, and it is putting the city and the citizens at risk. Thank you.
Thank you.
PJ, I just want to point of clarification. This is an item I want to comment on, and I saw my mic was unmuted. I just want to make sure whether it was my time to speak or not.
Defender of Ants, do you like to speak on item number 6?
Yes, thank you. Really concerned about the hypocrisy of this whole thing of permits being displayed in the public easements. Now, we did a thing where we were feeding the homeless on the public easements. On June 1st and June 2nd, Northeast Division and Special Ops, Special Assignment LAPD officers came and told us that we couldn't be on those easements. We got off it. On the 3rd day, they filed restraining orders. I was just in court on the 23rd, Hot Center versus Jaden Wheeler. I'm being accused of driving down a public street and that I was running a Scientologist over. And that permit didn't exist. It existed on June 1st, but it did not exist on May 31st. And because I turned onto the public road, no permits displayed, I'm being accused of running over a Scientologist, and they stopped our ability to feed the homeless on the 3rd. And then on the 4th, they filed another restraining order. And all you have to do is look into this. Look into the cutting in the road across the intersection of Fountain and Ron Hubbard Way. It's cut in the concrete. They literally, on the stand, on the 23rd, they admitted that they had construction work pouring foundation concrete into the foundation of a 6-story residential property without permit. How do you cut holes into a foundation and run an effing tunnel that traffic humans under the road and no one says anything? You are all culpable to this. Stay those children over there. It's uncalled for. Get your shit together. They're building tunnels underneath your...
Great job, DOA, and Yvonne too. Awesome job, both of you.
Yes, thank you. You know, to supplement the comments made by Defender of Ants, not only that, I right now have a trial coming up on October 30th, a criminal trial for this very same problem, where the Scientology location on Catalina and intersecting Fountain Ave was literally, they were blockading the public easement without displaying permits, and I attach a bogus vandalism, misdemeanor vandalism charge for property number 1 that was clearly abandoned. 4 LAPD officers showed up and were stating clearly on video evidence that no wrongdoing was ever committed, and yet the city attorney has the audacity to take a bogus meritless claim just based off of a frivolous police report that apparently property belonging to the Church of Scientology, despite no permits, and despite 4 different LAPD officers clearly stating that no wrongdoing had occurred. And I right now have to sit trial. Are you going to pay my lawyer fees and my reimburse my travel expenses to make it all the way up to California? So no, item number 6, are you freaking kidding me? There's literal court cases right now happening because of the same nonsense. where permits are not being displayed, permits are
Please
not being
stick to the
recorded,
subject
and
matter
people are-
for item number 6. It's new uniform construction notice, public and private projects occupying the public right of way.
And on that same Catalina, there is construction that is occurring without permits right now. They're literally engaging in scaffolding, deploying scaffolding to try and repair a major stress fracture on their pillar without a construction permit. And it's not being posted. And what is it gonna take? Somebody else to catch another bogus criminal charge for calling out the fact that they're operating without a permit?
Thank you.
I mean, this is,
Just for the record, that was Speaker Ernie Marini, and that's the end of public comment for item number 6. Thank you.
All right, card from Batman. We have a comment card from Batman. All right, I don't see them in the room. And we have a public comment card from Bonnet Ellen.
I'm going to pass this one because of time limits. Thank you, ma'am.
And then do we know Zoom?
We need more Zoom people.
Caller under Ernie, do you wish to speak on item number 7?
Exactly. Yeah.
yes, I do. Are you taking the in-person public comment first? I can move on.
No, you're on right now.
Okay. So it seems to me that there is a subscription portal here that, for some odd reason, you're not taking into account the individuals that can access the subscription portal, as well as why the particular cost of the license is the amount that it is. And furthermore, why, whether or not this portal is publicly accessible, and to what extent people have to go through to obtain access to this portal. I mean, this is yet another example, and it is on topic, this is yet another example of a portal that is inaccessible to the public, just like how the Bureau of Street Services took down a public portal for permitting and made it inaccessible to the public, despite that portal should be a public platform that should be always accessible to the public, and even going so far as to outright remove archival of previous data that was publicly accessible. And I ask you, why is it that this same incident is repeating, but with this subscription service, and now you're attaching a cost to it, and imagine now people have to pay to access permits, to pay to access any sort of public permits and any other expenditures. I mean, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Now, it's fine to remove data from public records, first of all. Apparently, that's fine by you. And furthermore, it's also now fine to attach a subscription service fee to it, and even worse, to make it inaccessible to the public afterwards. This is what LA City stands for, right? Complete and utter lack of accountability and transparency. And by the way, you're going to see these comments come up. What used to be an hour-long meeting is now
I'm sorry,
going to
that's
take
your 2 minutes, thank you. And for the record, that was Defender of Ants, and now we have,
No, that was Henry Marie.
oh, okay. Now we have Defender of Ants. Would you like to speak for your 2 minutes?
Yes, this online access is kind of just, it's wild. How we just don't have an ability to just go and see what permits are. I've done a lot of construction, and there's always posts outside for everyone to see, building inspector, or anybody of the public being aware of that. This portal for the permits for streets, the Bureau of Streets, not having access and changing things, this is wild. How are we supposed to get behind the support of this for the city council when we can't even get simple permits just so people can see if they can go down the road? I mean, do you think that we're going to stop coming here? Let me ask you this. If you were in our position, you were aware of the permit system being abused to hide tunnels, to traffic children underneath a street, South Avenue, at L. Ron Hubbard Way, would you speak up? Or would you be more worried about the agenda and the time on the agenda? It's our duty to speak up, and we're going to speak up, and we're going to keep coming here until you guys do something. I can't believe you haven't even commented on it. You haven't even done a thing about it, and you're going to be helpful. You guys are probably at the freak party for dating. It's disgusting. Follow the rules. If you're going to make rules, follow them equally. We don't want more dating shit. We're over that. Dating children. There's a tunnel under. We need that under Fountain Avenue, the Round House Way. Go look at it. It's cut through the concrete. Anyone can go see. Look at the discoloration.
Great job, DOA.
Caller under Mary Ann, would you like to speak?
Yeah,
on
he
item
left, but
number
there's still quorum, so we're good.
7?
Yes, I would. About the permits, about, you know, as a citizen, when I have to have something done in my house, I have to post a permit outside visible for the public to see that I have a permit to do work. And for Scientology, this doesn't ring true. They don't have permits. People are getting arrested. They don't even know what they're getting arrested for. The police officers don't even know what the permit says. That Scientology gives them false permits, and then the police officers looks at their permits that they say they have, and there is no permits. So it doesn't make sense if you're going to ask everybody to put permits out. Why isn't Scientology?
If you can stick to the subject at hand, item number 7 is an AFE CoStar Realty Information Inc. Information Inc.
Oh, here we go.
That's it for speakers for item number 7. All right, thank you.
Great job.
So item number 7 is
Don't let it intimidate you. It's okay. They're always going to try when they can.
Realty. We have audit LA.
Again, for time, I'm going to skip this agenda item and give you guys a break.
Caller as Kenny, would you like to speak on item number 8? Kenny, would you like to speak on item number 8?
Yeah.
You have 2 minutes.
I'm still not understanding. It seems like y'all not hearing us. Y'all not, it don't matter what item it is. Y'all approving it if it is useless or anything. Kids are more important than any fucking work or any kind of permit that you can approve. If they work more than any kind of amount of money, then y'all got shit twisted.
Yes.
Y'all not hearing. This is not gonna stop until you hear us and make a move on what we're saying. How everybody can collude and come up with all this and y'all not saying nothing, y'all ignoring it. I believe y'all get paid off or something, because y'all corrupt and it's sick. Y'all need the government did is a tunnel being built on the mountain in L. Ron Hubbard. Y'all ignoring it. I don't care about the permit. Go look into what's going on in that goddamn blue building. God's watching y'all. You don't sleep. And also, the world is watching. You're embarrassing yourself in front of the world. People from all over are watching you. And y'all showing y'all level of corruption. It's sad, and y'all need to do something. It's a ton of false, and Scientology is a cult.
Great job, Kenny.
Thank you.
I have, as far as
Caller
the...
under Defender of Ants, would you like to speak on item number 8?
Yes. I haven't been coming to these meetings much because I don't really trust thinking that most of government officials do wrong computers and pay the fall. And item number 8 are...
Hi. Congratulations.
going to address the concerns of people? Like, how do you keep it? Like, how is it okay to just ignore what's so blatant and obvious? And how do you comment on something that is being done before we even hear what is being done about it? Like, common sense dictates that you wait, you hear what the item agenda is, and then you offer questions and comments and concerns. But it's as backwards. And I don't know if Karen Bass is like part of this, like this is some grand conspiracy to cover up what's going on. But there is literally a tunnel being built under Top Hat. I yield my time.
Great job, DOA, and you're right. Comments are supposed to go after. You're absolutely right.
Would you like to speak on item number 8?
Yes, just want to second again that regardless of these agenda items, whether it be 8 and the clear pattern that the LAPWP as well as the Board of Sanitation has shown that violations of the law will not be upheld as long as Scientology does it, whether it be wasting 100,000 gallons plus of water in a single day and just boldly making a claim that they're not going to hold them lawfully accountable for a clear ordinance violation is just extremely sickening. And not only that, the fact that you continue to sit here, not file any motions for any sort of investigation or preliminary search on the claims. I mean, this is just, I don't know what more of an example you need to show of a grand conspiracy going on here. Like, right, you're clearly protecting Scientology, and so are the LAPWP and countless other LA City officials, and your time in court will come. And I just hope you can look back on this moment, as will your grandkids, your cousins, your nieces and nephews, and your neighbors, and say, wow, those people defended a Chomo cult. That's your legacy. I don't want to be associated with Chomo sympathizers and simps. And that is the stain that you forever have on your record. You are Chomo sympathizers and simps. This is not about construction. This is about child molestation and child rape. There is countless court cases and slave labor, child slave labor, countless court cases. You continue to ignore it. And that's the stain you have on your career and the rest of your life. A Chomo simp. That's what the neighborhood.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Awesome job, Henry.
That's the end.
Awesome.
And we have public comment from Batman. Public comment from Batman on this item. I don't see him. And then we have a public comment from ILA.
Yes, but again, in the interest of time, I'm going to skip this agenda item.
And Ms. Kenzie, do we have callers on the phone?
One, Andre, if you would like to speak on item number 9.
Yeah, before I give comment on number 9, I just want to say, we are recording this, and the fact that people saw you intentionally trying to mute me, that is on the official record here, and it just does not, it's not a good look, right? From one professional to another, I think we can all agree, or at least I hope so, that trying to silence someone in the public during the middle of their speech is just not a good look. It literally makes you look even shadier than you already appear to be. And so I urge you, if I was there in person, I would too would ask you to look me straight in the eyes. But also, I'm telling you right now, I'm not asking you to stop trying to mute me in the middle of my speech, okay? You don't understand that thousands of people are watching right now, that this is so much bigger than what you think it is. And this will continue to be the case that people show up and
This is an AFP on the Pacific Gas and Electric Company. If you could please stick to the topic.
Yeah, this is another example. I'm trying to stay to the topic, right? I'm addressing the fact that you're muting my speech, so that is very much in interest of the topic at hand. So getting back to yet again the Bureau of Sanitation, the same issue that LADWP had. They're not holding Scientology accountable for ordinance violations. And so I have no faith that this agenda item should even be discussed because of the fact that LADWP and sanitation are all in collusion with Scientology, and it's an absolute disgrace. I yield my time.
Thank you. And Andre, just to let you know, that's 8 minutes for you, so you have 2 more minutes on this agenda for this board meeting.
We have a comment card from Batman. Comment card from Batman. Alright. And then we also have a comment card from Audit LA.
Again, in the interest of time, I'm skipping this agenda item. Thank you.
Alright, so do we have folks on Zoom?
One, Speaker Arnie, may I speak on item number 10, Andre?
You know, affordable housing is something very near and dear to myself and many people in the city of LA. And I just don't understand why it is that as part of this improvements work order, the cost is so absolutely sky high, and it's absolutely ass backwards that you take public comment first without a report given on the item. It just doesn't make any sense. You make the report first, and then you take comments and questions on the report, rather than hearing the comments first, look at getting contextual clues. I mean, I literally don't understand how it is that you lack a simple 5th grade understanding of basic quorum rules. Why are you taking you don't understand, right? You just don't seem to grasp that this will go on outside of this boardroom, right? People will fly to the neighborhoods that you all get to partake in to let them know just how deep you are in the tendril of Scientology. And that is the inevitable next step, where you're lining up yourself for legal culpability, which has already been established, and now the community will know that regardless of if it's agenda item 10 or any other topic for that matter, as long as it is copacetic with not making any criticism of Scientology, then it's all good by you. And that inevitably leads to community members being warned via flyers that you are dangerous to Angelina because you support the buggish cult of Scientology, which actively assaults protesters, harasses anybody that ever dares say anything against them publicly, and it's a disgrace. You are in collusion with them, and the community will know. They will know. This will not go away.
Please stick to the topic.
That's your time.
Thank you.
Great job, Henry.
Great.
Thank you again for pointing. Yes, it should come after. Comments should come after. It's just common sense. You're so backwards.
Advertise to item number 12. And we just have one comment from Audit LA.
Yes. Do you want to speak on this one? Again, Madam Attorney, I will be making comparisons, but I will be on topic because we have a right to make comparisons. Okay, about sidewalk repair. Sidewalk repair programs are extremely important. I am dependent on sidewalks that, I can get through. So yes, we need those. But I would really like to wait on this. I wish you could wait until the new president, I believe he's getting appointed today, is here, because he was a former union president. And so, because I want to make sure that all the bids, all the companies are going to be paying fair wages for all the repair. Because currently, you guys have issued 2 Permit A permits for L. Ron Hubbard Way for the sidewalk and the street. And people are working on the street that are from the Sea Org, and I feel bad for them. They're elderly gentlemen. To the point of vacuuming and hand scrubbing the brick streets. It's utterly ridiculous. These people make $47 a week. When they touch a public street, they're supposed to be getting minimum wage. And I desperately want to know what the new president, who was a union president, is going to say about that. $47 a week, and these people have to pay for their own shampoo, they have to pay for their own toiletries, and they are out there vacuuming and polishing bricks on a public street. So as you do these contract bids, how do we know? And we've been telling you, the only one who I really feel, like I said, is listening is Commissioner Davis. I appreciate you tonight, sir. He's the only one I feel is listening. Maybe Commissioner Corson, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he's listening, but thank you.
Thank you. We have 2 calls on the line. Caller, concerned citizen, would you like to speak on item number 12?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just have a comment. I don't understand why you're muting people and not taking their hands so they can speak. So if you can let me know why are you muting people on purpose?
Item number 12 is specifications submitted to the board for the adoption and authorization for the invitation of bids. If you could just speak to that.
That is relevant.
That's what we're discussing for item number 12.
I yield my time. Please stop muting people.
I think that's your guy.
Thank you. We have Defender of Ants. Would you like to
That's
speak
your
on
guy,
item
maybe.
number 12?
Thanks, guys.
I would love it. You hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sidewalk repairs. Again, we don't have any clue what we're talking about on sidewalks, so we just have to really guess, make the best educated guess, but the sidewalks, man, like, have you seen Hollywood? There's literally shit and piss over everywhere. It's at the nasty, because there's no bathroom, so the sidewalks are gonna be nasty. In comparison, the sidewalks around Scientology building are immaculate. They're amazing. But that's what happens when, like, on the 23rd here in my court case, I had 2 CORE members on the stand admit that they make $47 an hour for 70 hours a week, 7 days a week. But that's why the sidewalks are so clean. You got fucking slave labor there, you know? And they're scrubbing those bricks by hand, but they can't hide that tunnel, you know? And hopefully the sidewalks come in there and we get a little money because it's kind of falling in from that.
Please stick to the topic at hand. This is to advertise and adopt bids, the ability for the board to advertise for bid invitations.
She's just trying to eat up his time by reading it.
For the sidewalk repair program. If you could please stick to that topic.
Yeah, I'm talking about sidewalks and repairs. Again, we don't hear any of the speakers ahead of time, so it's really hard to stay on topic if you don't know what that topic is. Does that make sense? Is that hard? Are you guys not understanding that it's impossible to know what to talk about? We have heard what to talk about that. We're literally trying to get some bullshit out of our ass. Right? Anyways, fix the streets, man. Make some bathrooms so that people aren't shitting and pissing all over the sidewalks. It's common sense.
Your time is up.
Great job, Leroy. Totally on point.
Invitation for bids.